The age of AI is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. From futurism, students reading smart glasses to cheat on tests. It's a lucrative side hustle. It's extraordinary, is it not? Of course, you know, my crack staff is ChatGPT, but I try not to let it get to me. I don't want to lose my individuality and personality, of course. So smart glasses aren't just being used by juvenile pranksters and pickup artists to terrorize strangers, traumatize Meta's data labeling subcontractors in Kenya, that's a mouthful, and covertly receive advice while being cross-examined in court. Wow, they probably would have came in handy when I worked in law also, now that I think about it. As Rest of World reports, students in China are also using them to cheat during exams. One university student identified as Vivian, because of course we don't want to expose her identity, told the publication that she uses her Rokit AI glasses to scan questions and display answers on the integrated screen. Meta's Ray-Ban display glasses with a built-in screen and currently only available in the U.S., but of course it can be reverse engineered. But alternatives are available worldwide. Well, of course they are. Vivian also took the idea into an entrepreneurial direction. Well, there you go. She's no dummy. Renting out her spectacles to other classmates to turn her investment into a lucrative side hustle. This girl doesn't need these glasses, ladies and gentlemen. If she has this entrepreneurial spirit and mindset, there you have it. Because I think AI does kind of remove people's thinking processes and critical thinking. If you're dependent on an artificial intelligence to do something for you, as me and my friends used to joke about. This is like 30 years ago. We used to joke about this. Think for me was one of our jokes that we used to say, like, somebody, something, think for me. In other words, come up with a decision about doing something. And so if these are the glasses, these are the Rokit glasses, and I took a look at them. They look kind of cool. They start at $299. I'm sure they go up to, I think they go up to like $500 to $800, depending on what you use them for. And they have feather-like comfort, bespoke lens service, built-in AI assistant, 12-megapixel POV camera, and all-day battery. How about that? No, I am not sponsored by Rokid, but there you have it. So it's just kind of just taking over everything. We also see here, College Board bans smart glasses during SAT. Professors have sounded the alarm about smart glasses as the new frontier of AI cheating due to concerns students will use the devices to receive answers to test questions. Well, of course they can, because everybody wants an advantage. Look, ladies and gentlemen, you guys already know this is not anything new. It is not anything new. Everybody's always finding that angle. Everyone's going to try to find some way to have an advantage, right? We justify these sorts of advantages as opposed to calling it cheating. And this has been going on for years. This isn't anything new. We just have AI now that can help us with that process. So we see the College Board will prohibit students from wearing smart glasses wearable. I don't know why that seems redundant. Internet-connected computers that allow users to see computer displays and lenses while taking the SAT starting in March of 2026. So they've already started that. Of course, AirPods, Apple Watches have been banned, says Priscilla Rodriguez here, Senior Vice President of College Readiness Assessments at the College Board. Such devices, as well as students' phones, are taken away by the test proctor before the test begins. The rule outlawing smart glasses is just an extension of that existing policy. Now, I took my SAT at the college where I went to school, so that was kind of ironic, but that's where I took my SAT, is where I ended up going to college, or one of the colleges I went to. And we have this from the Times magazine out of the UK. Graduates misrepresented abilities by using AI for job applications. Companies say it's becoming harder to judge candidates fairly as concerns grow over workplace readiness and professional conduct. So two-thirds of employees say Two-thirds of employees say the overuse of artificial intelligence to craft job applications is misrepresenting the abilities of young graduates. So there you have it. So even AI is impacting the job market. But again, resume buffing, right? Creative writing in your resume is also nothing new. But I found this fascinating, too, from Business Insider. Google plans to let software engineers use AI assistants in job interviews. Now, there's a lot of talk, as some of you who are watching this are creators, about AI slop and how Google or Alphabet have gone after, or YouTube itself, actually, technically, has gone after AI slop because of the easiness of it, I guess you could say, lack of effort, low effort type content. But I saw yesterday, and it had to have been a meme on X about showed a person being interviewed, and they were asking them about AWSL and other things, AWS, so forth, when it comes to AI and other things, and she couldn't answer it. But I think that was, I don't think that was all very accurate. But here you see Google plans to let software engineers use AI assistants in job interviews. And as I was saying there before I rambled and got distracted, so gamers are also very irritated and annoyed by AI used in game design. Although AI can help in those areas, I think AI is very useful. It's helped me tremendously with productivity when it comes to my channel, a lot of it. I mean, it just really has cut down on some areas of time, although I do find that I spend time talking with ChatGPT versus when I would just type everything out and do it myself. But, of course, I have to instruct and outline and give prompts and instructions to ChatGPT to make it all work. And then once it starts to work better, right, without all of the hallucinations and stuff, then I'm able to kind of sometimes get through the work much quicker. Of course, I'll be using it also for this video myself. I saw this yesterday on Reddit, going through all of my ChatGPT stuff. If you guys didn't know, I am a tester for ChatGPT. So I do test ChatGPT, give them feedback, and so forth as the testing continues. So we have here, he says, WTF happened. The engineering firm I work at hired a junior engineer 6 months ago. He's entirely obsessed with ChatGPT and Claude and believes it over senior staff. So in other words, he's relying on ChatGPT and Claude for his work. He won't ask questions to coworkers, only to the AI tools. What happened, y'all? Are these tools messing up people's brains? The guy's getting fired for not changing his behavior, and he doesn't care. Now, of course, this is Reddit, so you got to take everything with a grain of salt. But anyway, this does not surprise me. I'm sure you probably heard many stories of people going down the rabbit hole with AI, and I've seen that happen. We even talked about here where even Kim Kardashian blamed ChatGPT for her failing the bar exam. So it's fascinating what people use this for. Now, I'm old school, so I'm reluctant to just believe what ChatGPT says. So I often check and recheck and then cross and then search and do everything else to make sure that it's accurate. And as a tester, I can see how it struggles with certain things and how frustrated I get. I can't tell you how many times I've almost broken my keyboard trying to get the stupid chat to function the way it should function. But nonetheless, guys, very fascinating. You tell me, share your stories with AI. Are you using any of the various chat LLMs, AGI, or artificial intelligence? Are you downloading them to your computer? Are you using them? Are you even getting the glasses too? Are you using this? Remember Google glasses from back in the day? It was more search engine type stuff and whatnot. Didn't really go over well for Google, so they completely ditched it. But I think they're going to try to turn it into something else. But yeah, so let me know if you have a pair of Rokid. Let me know if you bought these things, if these would have any particular function. But I can tell you, just as a content creator, the having ChatGPT to do the work has been really incredibly helpful. And there are ways to do it. And if you like, I can maybe do a video on the prompts I use and those sorts of things, because there are certain prompts that I've used and tested that seem to work really well for me. But I know some of you guys are creators out there, and so I would encourage you at least use the free version of ChatGPT to do some of your your titles, your descriptions, your closing lines, your SEOs, these sorts of things. It's really helpful for that. Even have it check your thumbnail. And of course, you want to instruct it to behave as a YouTube account manager, Instagram account manager, or TikTok account manager. So you want it to go into the right mode to help you to take advantage of the different platforms. And because it knows the algorithm. It knows the algorithm that these platforms use, and so you can take advantage of that by using the proper SEOs, that's search engine optimization, and keywords and hashtags. Makes it really come all in handy. But nonetheless, let me know if you have any students, any young kids that you'd be concerned about using AI to cheat on tests. Now, in China, that's pretty common. We've talked about the culture there and how they handle heat cheating and IP things, intellectual property and copyright violations that they do on a regular basis. And I don't say that to disparage them. It's just kind of part of their culture. But nonetheless, guys, that's what I had for you this Friday.
All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this Friday vlog. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and the comments below this video. You can find the various social media links that I belong to, so avail yourselves of that. And, of course, my affiliate marketing links. If you order frequently from Amazon or a Prime member, you can use my landing page link. It's safe, and your privacy is protected. And speaking of privacy, while you're online, My favorite VPN, virtual private network, TrustZone, is down there. I just got a deal for a 3-year deal with them. So very nice. So I'll have my VPN all set up for me for the next 3 years. And that's always nice. I really enjoy the speed they have now, too. It's pretty incredible. But nonetheless, guys, thank you so very much across New Tech. That's BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey for your guys' continued support. And appearing there on the screen, that's going to be the channel icon for all of you watching here on YouTube. You guys can click on that to subscribe as well, just like notification. That way you know there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys behind the Galaxy phone camera next week.